This is Casey Kasem. Last week, the singer named Ashanti debuted with her hit Foolish. It's her first solo hit, but not her first hit on our survey. Ashanti sings on the Ja Rule hit Always on Time and Fat Joe's What's Love. Now can Ashanti's solo hit, which has already gone to number 1 on the urban chart, find its way to the top of the pop chart? We'll find out as we count down all the biggest hits in the USA on American Top 40 from the premier radio networks. This is our weekly review of the top hits in pop music. Well, now we're up to the song Happy by a singer who got her big break when she was told to just hang around. It began when a mutual friend introduced the aspiring musician named Ashanti Douglas to record company executive and producer Irv Gotti. He liked her sound, he liked her style, he liked her energy, but he didn't feel she was ready to do any recording. So the executive told Ashanti to, quote, just be a studio rat, hang around, and we'll see what happens. Irv Gotti says that was all it took to get Ashanti's career going. At the time, he was producing the Ja Rule album, Pain is Love. He says, she kept coming into the studio, and I kept throwing tests at her. As he got to know Ashanti, he became increasingly dazzled by her writing ability. And when he finally started recording her, he was dazzled by everything she could do. Every time she sang on a duet, it turned golden. In fact, her vocal touch became so golden that when she released her very first album, it sold 500,000 copies in its very first week. This week, Ashanti, introduced by Ja Rule, continues to glitter, debuting at number 37 on American Top 40 with Happy.
Number 15.
Holding steady is the performer named Entertainer of the Year and Best New Solo Artist at the recent Lady of Soul Awards, put on by the Soul Train TV show. Here's Ashanti with Happy. American Top 40's heard in the 50 states and around the world every week on great radio stations like 102.7 KFRX, Lincoln's hit music, Lincoln, Nebraska, 104.7 KREZ, Cape Girardeau's official Listen at Work station, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and today's hit music, 103.7 FM, WCIR, Beckley, West Virginia. Now, here's a singer and songwriter who was born in Glen Cove, New York, Ashanti. She's up 3 notches this week to number 33 with Rock With You. Well, now we're up to the song Rock With You by a hot singer whose first 2 record deals didn't work out. Her third, as they say, was the charm. Her name is Ashanti. And though Ashanti is one of the hottest names in music, it took her a long time to come to a boil. At age 14, she signed a deal with Jive Records, the same label that has Britney Spears, but things didn't work out. You see, Ashanti wanted to record her own songs, and the label wanted her to record songs they had picked for her. At age 17, she signed with Epic Records, but once again, her demands to do her own music got in the way. And then the label called Murder Inc. contacted her. The company was best known for its stable of gangster rappers, but its founder, producer Irv Gotti, wanted an artist who could take his company in new directions. And Ashanti seemed to be the one. He says, quote, I wanted to be a little different from the other labels. I'm a dreamer. He gave Ashanti her chance to do it her way. The result is a red-hot career. Her new album, Chapter 2, recently debuted at number 1, and it's the number 1 album this week. From that CD, here's Ashanti leaping 4 notches to number 13 on AT40 with Rock With You. Now, we're up to the song Rock With You by a star who says her goal in life is financial security, a goal she started working toward when she was just 11 years old. Ashanti may seem to have found stardom overnight, but she discovered her work ethic a long time ago, and over the years, she stuck with it. When Ashanti was just 11, she had her first paying job. She says, quote, I took a job in a daycare center. It was 5 days a week, and I was paid $100. It was all part of her master plan. Quote, I didn't want to have to rely on my parents or anybody else, and I haven't had to ever since. A decade later, Ashanti was still working hard, and this time it paid off. Just out of her teens, she was a very rich young woman. Quote, I was still just 21. My accountant called and told me he had some good news. I was technically a millionaire, rich beyond my wildest dreams. Ashanti says modestly, that was a good phone call. This week, that hard-working woman works her way up 2 notches to number 5 on AT40. Here's Ashanti with Rock With You.
The hits from coast to coast.
It's Ryan Seacrest without a jingle for Casey Kasem. We're counting down the biggest hits of the week. Now we're up to the song Rock With You by a singer with a fallback career. If she loses her voice, she can always try out for the U.S. Olympic team. Her name is Ashanti. As Ashanti Douglas, she went to school at Glen Cove High School in the community of Glen Cove, Long Island. Ashanti was a good student, and she was an excellent athlete. So excellent that she became the youngest student ever to have her photograph posted on the school's Athletes Wall of Fame. Her sport was track and field, and her specialty was the triple jump. Ashanti wasn't just good at the triple jump, she set the record at her high school for the triple jump, jumping 33 feet and 8 inches. Ashanti says her athletic ability even led to some talks with the U.S. Olympic team. But though she loved track and field, there was something she loved even more: songwriting and singing. Instead of jumping through the air, she's opted for landing on the chart. Here's Ashanti at number 11 this week on AT40 with Rock With You. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.